All right, let's get into these recruiting classes, man. I got some fantastic graphics for you today that I've made. And let me just go ahead and get into the first one. Alabama is the number one recruiting class in the nation. They had 28 commits, 9 5-stars, 18 4-stars, and 1 3-star recruit. Let me repeat. How many 3-stars did they have? 1. But they are lopsided in 4 stars and 9 5-stars. That's insane. They're going to be good.
It's crazy.
It's insane. Yes.
Number 2, Georgia, 26 commits, 5 5-stars, 17 4-stars, and 4 3-stars. Can you say that they're probably going to be good again?
Pillars.
The two that are interesting, and I had to ask y'all a question about this, is Texas and Oklahoma being up there. Mm-hmm. What is going to happen next year? Yeah. They're supposedly going to be joining the SEC, right?
Nope.
Wait,
you don't think so?
Nope.
I thought it was
they were declined.
Wait, they were declined?
They were declined. 2025.
Yeah, that's right. Weren't they? They were supposed to.
So 2025?
The Big 12 said, nope, I want the money, all that I can get. You're declined. Yeah, 2025 is when they're going to join the SEC.
Well, still, that's 2 years out. Most of these recruits are going to be juniors.
Yes, and that's a great point. I mean, at least they can prepare, and this is a good starting point for both of those teams to join the SEC.
To be 3 and 4, respectively. Mm-hmm. And that's very similar. I mean, look at it. Texas, 4 5-stars. Oklahoma, 3 5-stars. They both have 14 apiece of 4 stars. 3 stars for Texas is 7. Oklahoma's got 9 3-stars, making up for that 1 5-star that they didn't get.
Mm-hmm.
Man, 25 and 26 commits apiece.
Yeah. Well, so let me just go ahead and say Alabama with 9 5-stars is the most 5-stars ever recruited in one class.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh, don't.
Wait,
ever.
Say that again?
Alabama with 9 5-stars is the most 5-stars ever recruited.
That's what I thought. I thought.
Now,
I thought 8 was the most up until then.
Now, it may be confused with Texas A&M from last year because Texas A&M had the highest rated recruiting class, which is true, but Alabama had more 5-stars this year.
They had more. Texas A&M had like 32 commits last year.
Yeah, they did. They had 8 5-stars. And yeah, like 32 commits or something crazy. But yeah. Mm-hmm. So we'll talk about that kind of in a little bit. But yes. So Alabama's recruiting class this year is absolutely nuts. This ties into NIL. This ties into a lot of different things. It ties into it just being Alabama. It just is what it is. But that's what that's what it is. I mean, Alabama is just proving to recruit like they always have.
Mm-hmm. Hey, coach is trying to troll you in the comments here. Hey,
I'm going to go on a freaking rant. I'm on the same list you are. I'm starting to get mad.
So Ohio State has 1 5-star, 18 4-stars, and 1 3-star.
Yep.
So swiper, no swiping with the 5-stars right there. They're still going to be good. I mean,
well.
And with Ryan Day, they won't do anything. The Big Ten championship probably.
Listen to this man. Listen to this man.
I'm just saying, with Ohio State, all they got is losing to Michigan or beating Northwestern in the Big Ten championship game.
Well, I mean, there's a few things that you can take from Ohio State's recruiting class, and if you look at the class, it's a lot of elite offensive players, not too many defensive players, and and you can kind of compare it. It's a step down from Lincoln Riley, so it's kind of like the same type of scenario, but it's not that severe. Like, of course, you look at Lincoln Riley and you're like, yeah, if they don't have a defense, they're not going to win anything big of any stature anytime soon, right? But Ohio State's kind of a step below that. I mean, they still recruit well defensively, but they aren't at that kind of level. So that's what I take away from looking at that class.
And I bet you like 3 to 4 of these guys could be first round picks because just Ohio State's recently been producing good players for the NFL as well.
Yeah. I did want to get into an interesting thing here, which is still kind of funny to me. LSU, we knew they were going to be in the top 10 too. They're just a prominent school. There's nothing to say there. The two that make me laugh, and I was on this train too. Mario Cristobal is at 7, but his beloved Oregon is sitting there at number 8. I thought they couldn't do it without Mario Cristobal. I thought they couldn't do it. Look at Dan Lanson doing it by himself. Yeah. I haven't looked into it, but I wonder how many of those are from East Coast pipeline.
They're not. They're not.
You sure?
Nope.
They are.
He's just that damn good, huh?
Nope. He's that damn good. Yeah. Plus Miami got that money, but yeah, he's that damn good at recruiting. That's facts.
Number 9, and I think people are starting to see how good Josh Heupel is at recruiting. Mm-hmm. Tennessee. They're back. I'm not gonna say they're back in like their national championship winning, but they are not gonna drop out of the top 15 for a long time. I don't think. No. If they keep recruiting like this. Now the one that's surprising me but doesn't surprise me at the same time, Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Marcus Freeman. How much do you think that Marcus Freeman had to do with them being still a top 10 recruiting class? Thought they couldn't do it without Brian Kelly.
Well, hold on now. Well, hold on. Now,
hold on, Fishing.
Look, Notre Dame, before, I'm not going to say before, like during the spring last year and early summer, Notre Dame had like a top 3 class. Mm-hmm. They just ended up getting players taken from them and things happened. Players decommitted and stuff like that. But Notre Dame was killing it. Absolutely killing it. I don't know what really happened, but they got kind of players. I don't want to say the P word, the poached word, but it seems like a little bit of that happened.
Yep.
Because Notre Dame had a top 3 class.
With the season that they had last year, losing against Marshall, losing Tyler Buckner for at the very beginning of the season, not playing that well until the second half of their season, they started lighting everything up. And I wonder how much those recruits really liked the fact that Marcus Freeman was able to turn that team around. I mean, everybody likes Marcus Freeman. All of us up here collectively, I hate Notre Dame now. Except for Sargent, because I know that's your team, but none of us like Notre Dame. We don't. I mean, if you took Florida's hatred away from Georgia and my hatred and me and Fish's hatred for Miami away, and if you took what's Wisconsin's rival? Iowa? Minnesota. If you took Minnesota's or Wisconsin's hatred away from Minnesota, all of us could still say here in arm to arm, F Notre Dame. Like it just is what it is, bro. Yeah. Like we hate them. But Marcus Freeman, if he continues to coach there and make them a respectable school and make them less douchebaggy that they have been over the years, they might be able to turn a new leaf on Notre Dame. I might not change the channel as fast when they play a team. And I think this would be the most tasteful thing if he can do this. I don't know if he will, but if he finally has the cojones to go to Notre Dame's front office and says, we need to join a conference, how much that would help Notre Dame. Join the Big Ten. Your rival's already there. USC's already there. They coming. So there ain't no reason why they shouldn't be able to join them. But they've been dabbling in the ACC for so long, which I don't think geographically that makes sense. But how come every other sport is in the ACC and y'all still independent?
Well, I hate to get kind of off topic here, but it's a genuine question that needs to be asked. How do y'all feel about Tommy Rees going to Bama? What is Notre Dame going to do at offensive coordinator? And not only that, but at this late in the season, I mean, if you're trying to implement any offense, if you're either of these teams, what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
There's no hot coaching commodities out there right now.
That's
There's
true.
really not. There's really not.
Everybody's tied up unless you dabble in the NFL.
Yeah.
Grab somebody from there.
And then Todd Monken might leave next week. I mean, it's a little tight.
It's tricky. You could probably grab like in the NFL if you dabble, you're not going to get a coordinator or a quarterback coach, but you could get like maybe an offensive line coach who wants.
Yeah,
to
you
show,
might. I think schools are going to start doing that now. Is like going positional group coaches and then just pulling them up and promoting them.
Yeah,
and then what the popular thing is to do, even in the NFL, is to go to former players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Ed Reed. That was at Miami. Yeah, go and grab former players that were legends at the school, and then start convincing them. Oh, maybe you should coach. And then have them in the positional group, and then move them forward, offensive, defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
I mean, if they do it the right way, I'd never have a problem with it.
I wouldn't either. But I mean, I guess the point I was making is just it's a very interesting spot now. I mean, you look at Bama and they kind of had to settle, and now you're looking at other teams like Notre Dame. Notre Dame's on the rise, and of course, we'll talk about that later, I think. But
yeah,
Notre Dame's kind of sitting there like, okay, now we had an okay year. We kind of ramped it up towards the end of the year, and now we're kind of looking at like, okay, we got to start over now offensively. So it's like, it's a little bit tough.
Yeah.
Thing is, if I was Notre Dame, I would dabble in the NFL a little bit because, like, you got coaches within your own organization that you can promote within. But if you want, like, you're gonna have, I feel like you will have more NFL coaches, like position coaches, like offensive line or tight end or wide out or running back coaches who want to try and get themselves more known. And what's better than going to college? Because even like recently NFL teams have been going to college like coordinators or head coaches and trying to give them jobs as offensive coordinators or head coaches even.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very true, man. It is interesting, and like I said, just so you guys can see what these classes were: Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Oklahoma, and Ohio State round out the top 5. I like seeing Texas and Oklahoma back in the top 5, though. That makes my heart happy.
Yeah.
And then LSU, Miami, Oregon. Oregon staying in there adds a little bit of flavor to me, so I like that. Tennessee being in there adds a little bit of flavor in there as well. And outside of Mario Cristobal, because I still like him as a coach, F Miami, yo. Like, I hated that he went there, bro, but that's his alma mater, so it is what it is.
F Miami, bro.
I also love
I'm with you.
I love how Penn State's above Michigan too.
Yeah, what was the other rankings? You have it pulled up?
For like overall, yeah, I got it pulled up.
After 10?
Yeah,
after 10, you got Clemson at 11, USC at 12, Penn State at 13.
Oof.
Fishing gonna like this, Florida at 14,
Yep.
A&M at 15, 16 South Carolina, 17 Auburn, 18 Michigan, 19 Florida State, and 20 TCU. And then
20 TCU? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Sonny
That's
Dykes.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, they got 8 4-stars and 15 3-stars.
All right.
So
that's a solid top 10.
Yeah, and success shows itself in recruiting too. Like not just recent, but also historical. But recently, TCU has been going up.
I seriously thought TCU would have been like top 40 because of how bad they lost.
Yeah. But like,
or just how much they lost. Yeah.
They got killed.
Yeah.
They got murdered. I
got killed.
I knew that would probably happen, but I was like, oh, I hope it's not, though. I want a good game.
Yeah.
But it happened. I was like, I hate being right sometimes.